According to some people on the political left, the race baiters, one of the main reasons that Lucy Letby's case happened was because of the whiteness ideology. Yes, in this video, we're going to be talking about Dr. Shola. Yes, I know you're going to leave comments saying, don't give her airtime, don't pay her attention. But I'm going to have to pay attention to the content of what she's saying, regardless of who's saying it, because it's toxic and it's spreading around the culture like there's no tomorrow. If it's not her, there will be someone else. And in most of the time, it's not really about giving them platforms, because these sort of conversations, these sort of toxic views are being spread in our schools and universities and everywhere you can think of. So by going and challenging someone like Dr. Shola, we're actually challenging the whole ideology. So what's going on in this? Because we all know the whole case about Lucy Letby, that vile, evil nurse that took so many lives. And but now we have some reaction from Dr. Shola, a Marxist, saying Lucy Letby exemplifies how ideology of whiteness keeps Britain in a chokehold. They believed her tears and denials, even though evidence said otherwise, for no other reason that she is white. A black or brown nurse would have been reported to the police immediately and sacked for suspicion. Okay, so first things first. If this were a case where the persons of Lucy Letby were completely getting away with it completely and no justice had been served, then that would make sense. Maybe there's a conspiracy in favor of white people. But I'm going to be debunking these claims. First things first, Twitter, because she tweeted this, or X, had a community note hitting her. Oh, this is brilliant. Fact-checking. There is no evidence to suggest that the person of color nurse would have been sacked immediately. And in fact, significant union protections exist to prevent this. So that was the fact-checking happening on Twitter itself. But one of the main issues is that, what about these guys? What about the grooming gangs? What about all these issues that have been completely ignored and covered up for decades? And one of the reasons we couldn't talk about the grooming gangs and the scandal in general over the last few years, or the mainstream couldn't, was because of political correctness. These guys got away with it for years and years. And even now, there's still so many of them who are walking our streets freely, causing chaos, but we're not allowed to raise suspicions because it's politically incorrect. You can't even talk about their skin color or their culture or their origin or their religion. You're not allowed to. It's politically incorrect. I'm not really sure what Dr. Shola is talking about here. So, we also had another one, Dr. Charlotte Proudman, who's another wokey far leftist, they came to defend Dr. Shola. They're all doctors, by the way. And well, there was a saying, old saying, saying that sometimes there are more stupid people who are academics. You can't be as stupid as an intellectual academic. Just because you've read books doesn't mean you're actually wise or have common sense. It just means you have stored some information in your brain. That's all you've done. I'm proud of you, Miss Proudman. All right, what did this Charlotte person say? She said, Shola is right. If a whistleblower called out the deeply concerning actions of a black or brown nurse, would that nurse have been allowed to carry on like Lucy Letby? What? So, one of the main reasons there was a cover-up is because the system is broken and there's a massive bureaucracy behind it, and a lot of people are some are complacent and the rest are complicit, and they're not answering serious questions regardless of Lucy Letby's skin color. And this is the whole problem. You have no evidence to say that. They're either coming up with strawman arguments or they're just creating their own fantasy land and they're saying, well, this is still the worst country in the world. Again, I'm going to bring up the grooming gang scandal. Where were you when that was happening? All right. Let's go back to this. Ash Sarkar, this is interesting. Ash Sarkar, the communist Ash Sarkar, said something right, and I agree with Ash Sarkar. Whoa, I know. Ash said, this isn't going to make me popular, but I think it's incredibly reductive to say that Lucy Letby would have been caught sooner if she was a woman of color, or that she was protected by her race. For one thing, I think that massively understates just how wrong things went. Well done, Ash Sarkar. Probably first time and last time I'm going to say this, but she's actually spot on this. for once. And but the rest of the political left completely attacked Ash Sarkar on this, saying, "How dare you say this, Ash? Ooh, you're a traitor, blah, 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 blah." Yeah. Apparently she doesn't like equality anymore. That's the accusation. Anyway, Chris Rose also said on Twitter, "There is not a single event, even with the tragic loss of 7 babies, which Dr. Shola won't shoehorn race into it. Her grift knows no bounds." Yes, this is not the first time she said something nonsensical. It's not the last time. She loves the attention, I know, and the more we talk about her, the more she's going to do it. Yes, I get it, and it's my mistake. I apologize. But if I don't challenge these ideas, it's not really about Shola herself. It's about the ideas. The next generation and the future generations will be completely unchallenged because critical thinking has gone out of the window at schools, and nobody is going to be defending and saving our kids in the future. Everyone is going to be brainwashed like it's the Soviet Union all over again. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. We're going to have more updates for you guys on this channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.